Hey everybody, it is December 24th, 2007. I am Sonic Suns, and I'm doing a brief little thing on kind of a pet peeve I have with a couple of things that come up with regards to the war on terror and Bush policies and stuff. Now, I do not like President Bush as a president. If you were a random guy on the street, I guess I could be more amicable with him. But he's doing a bad job as being president, and there are a zillion reasons to criticize him, and I think I'll make a video soon enough about all the various reasons he deserves criticism. But there have been a couple things here and there which actually seem rather petty and pointless that keep coming up. This one came from a while ago. This still comes up here and there, and that is, when the president said we're going to war with terror, and they're like, "Aha! You can't declare war on a noun." Seriously, that's the criticism. And first off, I'm like, okay. With all the legitimate reasons to criticize the war on terror, do we have to go into the semantics of it? Do we have to, we can't declare a war on a noun? Okay. What was the war on Germany? Do you remember that one, World War II, when we declared war on Germany? Germany's a noun. He was. Or this all miles say you can't declare war on an idea. Okay, fine. It's not the war on terror. It's the series of military campaigns conducted by the United States in order to thwart people who would use violence against the citizens of the United States. Does that make you happy? Is this so much better now that we're conducting the series of military campaigns by the United States against people who would use violence against the United States? Does that make you feel better? Another one about the Iraq War, and I already did a video on the Iraq War and how it's been a huge mistake. But one thing comes up is that this war is, quote, unconstitutional. Unquote. This is an illegal war, they say. Ron Paul brings this up a lot, being our constitutionalist guy. Okay, where do you people get this idea? Congress passed an act to authorize military force in Iraq. People are like, aha! But you're supposed to declare war, and the Constitution says so. I'm like, really? Does it? Okay, well, I have the Constitution here, thanks to Wikisource. Ahem. The President shall be Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and the militia of the several states when called into the actual service of the United States. He may require, and then it goes on to other things that aren't there. So the President may be the Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy. It's a funny thing on the Constitution. Technically, it doesn't say the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. If you want to be an absurdly strict constitutionalist, the President doesn't command the Air Force. And just a small point. Okay. Then in Article 1, Section 8, it's listing the powers of Congress to declare war, grant letters of marque and reprisal, and make rules considering captures on land and water. Okay, to declare war. So the President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Army and the Navy, and we shall presume the Air Force and the Marines as well, and the Coast Guard, whatever. Congress shall have the power, yada 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 yada, to declare war. The Constitution says absolutely nothing about how war is to be declared. Some people seem really upset that, what? We didn't declare war, they say. Well, what is a declaration of war? I think the idea of this is, the President is commander of, day-to-day operations, but the big picture, whether we go to war or not, that should be Congress's idea. The President can't just go to war with whomever he chooses, right, for no good reason. Well, he did go to war for no good reason, but the idea is that Congress is supposed to stop him, which they didn't. But anyway, so Congress has the power to declare war. What is that? Well, that's when you authorize the president to use military force against somebody. I mean, it doesn't even say who you're allowed to declare war against. Presumably you declare war against other sovereign nations, but maybe you could declare war on terror, if you felt like it. Okay, so declaration of war is when the Congress gives the President the authority to use military force, probably against another nation, right? Okay, so Congress, I've already pointed out, passed a resolution, a law, or whatever you call it, authorizing the President to use military force in Iraq. And it's not like the resolution gave him, you can use this force for 2 days or whatever, and there was a limit, and he passed that limit. That would be illegal. No, it was, go freaking invade Iraq. That's what the bill said. Okay? People, Ron Paul, I don't get you. Like, I get so many other parts of you, but when you say things like this, and you're like, this was an illegal war, an unconstitutional war. Well, what do you want to make it legal? Apparently, and he actually, at the build-up to the Iraq War, he submitted his own bill as a declaration of war, and he didn't actually vote for his own bill. But he put it up so that if anyone wants to follow the Constitution, they can do this. Okay, the only difference here is that your bill has the words declaration of war in it, whereas the other bill has the words authorization for use of military force in it. Nowhere in the Constitution, and I'm looking at the Constitution here, nowhere does it say you need to have the phrase declaration of war. Huh? I even saw some quote on some website somewhere where it was like, you know, the United States hasn't officially declared war since World War II, and not coincidentally, we haven't really won any wars since then. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. Do you honestly believe that had we officially declared war in Vietnam, that we would have won? Just because of the declaration? What the freak does it matter, people? The important thing is we went to war for a horrible reason. With, well, no, the broad-based reasons are nice. Spreading democracy. Okay, that's a good reason. But it was not enough to justify the costs, particularly considering the lack of planning, particularly the insurgency thing. We planned the invasion quite well. The insurgency part, apparently, we didn't really know how to deal with that, because it's still here. So we didn't really plan that out right, and we went to war and we were stupid. But guys, Congress authorized this, and they have that power. And nowhere does it freaking say that the bill actually needs to have the words declaration of war, which apparently seems to be what you're concerned about, is the wording. It doesn't matter. It's the same deal. No one in Congress is like, holy crap, I thought this was just an authorization, but really it was war, and I've been bamboozled. No one's doing that. I don't know. They all knew what they were doing. It doesn't matter what it's called. And furthermore, the war on terror or series of military campaigns, yada yada. Guys, we have more important stuff to talk about. Okay? Okay? Thanks for watching. See you later.